a specific purpose. A specific purpose. I talked about the piece of the puzzle yesterday. All of us holds a piece. All of us holds a piece of God's puzzle. Everybody got a piece of a puzzle. What you got to do, you got to make sure that you're putting your piece in the right piece of the puzzle. Because sometimes we'll go and put our piece of puzzle in a piece and we think that's where it's supposed to be, until you start feeling uncomfortable. No matter what position you're in, until you start feeling uncomfortable. This don't feel right to me. And people saying, what you mean it don't feel right? You don't went to school, you don't got this degree, what you mean it don't feel right? What you mean this ain't what you want to do? It just don't feel right. I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not, when you realize I'm not supposed to be here, you're going to take your piece of the puzzle back. And you're going to pray and you're going to ask God to show you, Lord, where am I supposed to be? Where am I supposed to be placed at? Where am I supposed to be placed at? But let me tell y'all something. All of us have a piece of God's puzzle. Everybody got a piece. And you're supposed to fit in somewhere. Somewhere. You're supposed to fit in. So right now, a lot of people are operating in some positions that you're not supposed to be in. I'm sorry that you don't spend all that money. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you don't put yourself out there, and you feel uncomfortable, and you don't understand why you're feeling so uncomfortable. Why is this not working for me? I know this is where I'm supposed to be. I know this is. You do? You talk to God about this? Because if you talk to God about it and you're there and you're okay, then guess what? That's where you're supposed to be. But when we make decisions, and I gotta go there. Y'all listen. When we make a decision and we choose not to include God in our decision making, we get what we get. We get what we get. When you make a decision and you choose not to take it to God, you get what you get. And I'm going to tell you why a lot of times we won't take it to God. Y'all want to know why? Because we already know God don't want us to be there. And so what we think we doing, we think we being sneaky. Y'all, we think we being sneaky. We think we are being sneaky. Because we know the answer. Jerry, we know the answer. We already know, but for real. Y'all, we think we being sneaky with God. Don't y'all know he know all and see all? Don't y'all know that? That's why we don't take stuff to God. Let me tell y'all something. I'm guilty of that. I'm guilty of that. Thinking, no, I ain't gonna take this to God. Because I already know he's gonna say no, so I'm gonna do it anyway. And guess what? And fall on my face. Get my feelings hurt. Because I knew better. I knew better. God knows everything. God, India, thank you so much, because India, you are always sending me nice messages, always sweet messages, and I appreciate you, sis. I really do. I appreciate you. But back to what I was saying. Your light is going to shine. Regardless of what anybody say. Regardless of what anybody do. That light that's embedded in you, that God put in you, baby, that's your light. So you don't worry about what people say. Don't worry about what people do. Thank you, boo. Don't worry about what people do. And thank you for spelling my name right. Y'all, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. You got a light inside of you, and I tell y'all this all the time. People can be intimidated by you. I want y'all to imagine something. This is what, and I'm talking about my life, okay? I'm talking about me right now. I'm going to explain my life to you guys when I was a single mom with 7 kids. That's all it was. A single mom with 7 kids. Well, let me rephrase that because I had Andre later. A single mom with, I'm from Seattle, a single mom with 6 kids. A single mom with 6 kids struggling to take care of her kids. Getting eviction, lights turned off, water turned off, just barely enough. Didn't get no government assistance because I didn't want it. I didn't want any of that. Imagine somebody being intimidated by me. And all I'm trying to do is figure out how to raise my kids. All I'm trying to do is figure out how to raise. Y'all listen, I didn't have time to bother nobody. It was hard. It was hard as hell to raise my kids. It was hard because I made a decision not to get no government assistance. So when you make decisions like that, then you're going to get out there and you're going to work your butt off. And while you're working your butt off, you don't have time to do nothing. You don't have time to be a part of nothing. All you trying to do is raise all those kids. And people still intimidated by me. What the hell? But I see it now. I understand. Because they see my light. They didn't understand how I was like the energized bunny. Still going. They never seen me break. They never seen me break. They never seen me break. Even when DFACS was called on me, reported that I was taking my kids' child support check. And I had to go to the courthouse not one time, but twice and take a drug test. Because the first time, they didn't like that. She's not breaking. She's not breaking. She's not breaking. Then I get the phone call again to go back down there and take another drug test. She's not breaking. And guess what I didn't do? I didn't break, y'all. Y'all hear me? I didn't break. It made me angry. It made me walk around with unforgiveness in my heart. But I had to correct all of that. But I did not break because I was being set up to break. But what people don't understand, and I want y'all to hear what I'm getting ready to say. I don't care how many darts they throw at you. I don't care what they say. It's almost like when they throw the darts, they already look at you falling back. They already see you falling back. They see it. They see you falling back. And guess what? Here come God. Here come God pushing you back up, standing you back up, because what they don't realize is they don't belong to you. You don't belong to you. You belong to God. It ain't got nothing to do with you. I just want y'all to know that. When I was going through all of that and I'm trying to figure out, and I used to cry out to God, God, why am I going through this? Y'all, and I'm going to be honest with y'all. I used to literally cry out to God. Why are you taking me through this? This was the comment. Why are you doing this to me? And I'm being honest with y'all. I remember laying across my bed one time and I just started crying. And when I say crying, I meant like, y'all, I was crying like somebody had took something from me. And I'm saying, God, why are you taking me through this? Why am I dealing with this? Because I was growing. And y'all, let me tell y'all what don't feel good. Growing pains don't feel good. Growing pains don't feel good. It was because God had a calling on me. Somebody need to hear you. Somebody need to hear you. Somebody need to see you. There's something inside of you that somebody needs. Somebody needs something. So guess what people can't do, y'all? They can't take your light. You can't even take your light. You can't even dim your light. It don't have nothing to do with you. I'm just going to be honest with y'all. What I was going through, what I was dealing with, it had nothing to do with me. It had nothing to do with me. It was connected to so much other stuff. And I promise y'all, I get it. I get it. I get it. When people was always putting their mouth on me and I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, this is what I really used to do. I used to like, what did I do to them? What did I say? Yeah, this was me. Used to try to figure out, why don't they like me? It didn't have nothing to do with me, y'all. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. It don't have nothing to do with y'all. Yeah, I want y'all to get this. It has nothing to do with you. It's what you got inside of you. I'm sorry. It's what you got inside of you. You ain't did nothing. It's what you got inside of you. And people don't like that light. They don't like the fact to know that you getting ready to grow. They don't. Some people are really intimidated by your light. Y'all, I promise y'all, I did not understand. And y'all know what else I couldn't understand? I couldn't understand why people was always leaving out my life. I couldn't understand it. I couldn't understand why people were always leaving out of my life. Like, I could never have a relationship. I could never have a friendship. I will have a friendship for so long, and then before I know it, we're not even friends anymore. And listen, let me explain something to you. So when God was taking these friends out of my life, nothing happened between us. I want y'all to understand something. Nothing happened between us to make us not be friends. God just said it's time for this to end. And it just ended. You look up and you look around and you're trying to figure out, well, where they at? What happened? It's like you're in a daze. Y'all are no longer friends because they wasn't supposed to be there. They was only there for a season. And God said, okay, the season's up. Okay, it's up. It's up. Yeah, I couldn't keep people in my life. And I mean this. I could not keep people in my life, and I could not understand, what is it about me? They weren't supposed to be in my life. God had such a great calling on my life to speak. He could not allow me to take a chance to mess it up, because we have free will. And God said, no, you can't mess this up. There's too many people that need to hear you. You got too much to say. You can't mess it up. Y'all, hold on just a second. But I couldn't understand. I'm for real. I could not understand why I could never keep anybody. That I could never keep anybody in my life. And I really used to cry. I used to cry when people would just leave. And I just couldn't understand, God, why can't I keep anybody in my life? Because at that time I didn't understand. But I get it now. Let me tell y'all something that I did years ago. This was before TikTok. This was before Facebook. And now I can understand that God was already preparing me. I said this one time. I said, God, I just want to speak to everybody. This is what I said. I said, God, I just want to speak to everybody. I don't even know why I said that. Y'all, I don't even know why I said that. But I put that out in the atmosphere. I said, God, I just want to speak to everybody. This was before TikTok, and this is before Facebook. Look at me. Speak to people all over. I put it in the atmosphere. When all those people was just leaving out my life, God was building me up for this. God was preparing me for this. When the relationship failed, when he married someone else, God was preparing me for this. For this. And listen, I want you to quit fighting against the grain. When they leave, you let them leave. When they make a decision to walk, you let them walk. You let them walk because they're not supposed to be there. Some people will literally be a hindrance to you. They'll be a hindrance to you. And you think they're supposed to be there, and it's a hindrance. Because God is wanting you to grow. He is wanting you to do different things. He got a plan for you. There's a light inside of you that other people see. And I'm telling y'all, when you're in a bad place, when you're in a bad position, when you're out there struggling, and people come and speak and tell you things, believe them. Believe them. No matter what you might be doing, because I'm telling y'all, I was in a really bad place. I was in a bad place when people was coming and telling me that I was going to speak. I was going to teach to who? I'm for real, like, to who? Who am I going to talk to? I'm in the middle of raising these kids, and all you can come and give me this encouraging word. Make me think that it's an encouraging word by telling me that I'm going to speak, and I'm in the middle of trying to take care of my family and take care of my kids. Y'all want to be honest with y'all about something? I really didn't want to hear that. And I'm being honest. Hold on. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I didn't want to hear that. Speak to who? I really did not want to hear, and I heard it so much. I heard it so much, and I would hear it from people who didn't even know me. I remember walking out this church, and this preacher grabbed my hand, or she grabbed my wrist, and she told me, she said, "You got a lot to say." Good morning, Mr. E. Yeah, I got a lot to say. I got all these kids and I'm raising. She said, "You got a lot to say." She said, "And you gonna say it." She said, "You gonna say it." And y'all know what? All I can do is just look at her. Because I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to say. Because I'm thinking, oh, y'all must not know me. Because let me tell y'all something. There was a time in my life that I had very low self-esteem. That I did not believe in me. I had low self-esteem. I did not believe in me. I felt like it was okay for people to use me. For real. That's why God wouldn't allow anybody to stay in my life, because he knew that he had to build me up. He knew there were some things inside of me that needed to be fixed. So therefore, people, when I listen, and I'm being honest with y'all, when I tell y'all that people would not stay in my life, they was always leaving. People was always leaving, and it never ended on a bad note. That's the part. It never ended because we fell out about something, because we had a disagreement. It was like, they can't be here. They can't be here. I had very low self-esteem. I was very insecure. I didn't even know nothing about me. I didn't know nothing about me. It was almost like I felt like I was just dropped here. But God was saying, nope, there is something about you. There's a light inside of you. You are loved. You will speak. But y'all, I didn't see that. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I couldn't understand why people was always coming for me. Why y'all always coming for me? It's not. I didn't have no money or nothing like that. I was a struggling single mom. And they coming for me. Now I see why. Because they was trying to stop me. They was trying to block my light. But let me tell y'all what I just said earlier. Y'all listen to me. No matter what people say, they can't block your light. Y'all listen. No matter how you feel, no matter what you're doing, you can't block what God has already put inside of you. I'm sorry, y'all. We can't do it. Hold on. Good morning, Doc. I seen you on here. Oh, Dr. Susan, I'm going to always share the word. Good morning, good morning. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Let me tell you something. Carolyn, you're going to be okay. Father God, right now, in the name of Jesus, as Karen served these papers, Lord, I ask you to give her strength. And I ask you to let her know that she's going to be okay. You're going to be okay, Carolyn. You're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. God got you. God got you. You're going to be okay. But y'all listen. No matter what people say, I'm telling y'all, they can't block it. Y'all, we can't block it. we can't. It's not like, you know how we can take clothes off that we don't like, or we stain up a shirt and we throw that shirt away and we don't want it. Y'all, let me tell y'all what we can't do. We can't strip the light from us. It's yours. That's yours. You go ahead and own your life. You go ahead and own your life, because God is building you up. God is preparing you. Everything is going to be okay. But when I tell y'all, no matter what people say, no matter what people do, they can't block your life. Because honestly, as much as I've been through, I should have been gone a long time ago. I'm going to be honest with you. When I tried to out myself, God said, no, Janette, no. There's too much work for you to do. People need to hear you. People need to hear you. But at the time when I was in that dark place, at the time when I was there, y'all, I didn't see none of this. I'm telling y'all, I didn't see it. I didn't walk around and say, oh, I'm going to be this great speaker. And I didn't see nothing. All I seen was pain. All I seen was struggle. That's it. All I seen was mental abuse. And sometimes we don't understand why we go through the things that we go through. But it's not for you. It's not for you. Sometimes we don't understand why people treat us the way they treat us. It's not for us. I'm telling y'all, God is building you up and you don't even feel it. God is stretching you. Let me tell y'all something. God is the only one, and I want y'all to hear what I'm getting ready to say. God is the only one that can stretch you and you won't ever break. You might feel like breaking, but guess what? You will never break. And when he let go like that, you're going to go right back into place. God is the only one that can stretch you and you won't break. And when I say stretch you, when people walk out your life, when people scandalize your name, when people treat you any type of way, baby, that's just God stretching you. That's just God building you up. He already know who you are. He know who you are. You don't know who you are. He know who you are. God knows who you are. And people are intimidated because they know you getting ready to do something. They know you getting ready to move some stuff. They know this. They know this. So listen, no matter what people say, I can't say this enough. No matter what people do, y'all, they cannot dim your light. When people come for you, they can't dim your light. And now I want y'all to start laughing. When people start coming for you, they intimidate, especially when you know you hadn't done nothing. Well, how come you don't like her? I just don't like the way she walk. Huh? That's all you got to say? That's all you got. That's all you got to say? Well, I just don't like the way. Is that it? Baby, they see your light. And they're scared of your light because they already know when you get up, you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. People can't dim your light. I want y'all to know that. You can't dim your light. That light that's inside of you, that's all God. Y'all remember the song? That little light of mine. Good morning, Blake. I'm going to let it shine. That little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. Guess what? You don't have no choice. You don't have no choice. You could walk around here mad, angry all the time. but there is still a light inside of you. And guess what? That light is going to shine. And that madness and that anger that you're walking around with, oh, God going to remove all that. Oh, he going to remove all of that. You only going to be angry for so long. You only going to be mad for so long because there's some stuff inside of you. You're supposed to do some things. You got to walk through some doors. You got to sit at some tables. Thank you. I think it was Rocky. Thank you. There's work for you to do. I'm telling you, I don't care where you're at right now. I don't care what nobody's doing. I don't care what anybody is saying to you. You are somebody. God has a calling on your life. You're not shining just to be shining. Y'all, when people used to tell me, like, for real, I remember one time somebody asked me if I was pregnant. I'm like, whoo, child. I said, don't do that. I said, don't do that. No, I'm not pregnant. And I used to get upset. And they used to say, well, there's a light, there's a shine, you're glowing. And y'all, I used to honestly do this. Like, and I used to look and see, because see, I couldn't afford lotion. So I was using Vaseline. So I was doing this to make sure there wasn't nothing on me. It wasn't nothing on me, they seen me. They seen me. People see you. That's what I want y'all to understand. I don't care where you're at right now. People see you. Not the outside. Not the outside, because they think with the outside, you're struggling. That's where you're supposed to be at. You're supposed to be in the middle of your struggle. They see you struggling, but you still got a light, and they're confused. How in the world is he glowing? How is she glowing and they're struggling? They're in a bad place. They don't even realize that's all God. Y'all, that's all God. That's it. That's all God. You in a bad place, and people speaking life in you, and they're telling you you're going to be this person, and they're telling you you're going to do this, and they're telling you you're going to have this, and right now all you see is your struggle. They see your glow. They already know that you're getting ready to move. They already know you are getting ready to move. You're getting ready. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. Before I go, I want to tell y'all this. We have no idea when God created us, what he put down inside of us. You have no idea where God is going to place you. Ephesians 3:20, exceeding abundantly above anything you can ever ask or think, according to the power that works in you. You gotta activate that. You gotta activate that. Y'all read it. Ephesians 3:20. Y'all read it. Exceedingly abundantly. Exceedingly abundantly. Don't y'all know that God will blow your mind? Don't y'all know that? Don't y'all know that? Exceedingly abundantly. Activate your power. Activate your power. Dr. Susan, I am so glad you're on here to talk to Carolyn. Dr. Susan or Carolyn, y'all please follow each other. Please follow each other. Carolyn, I want you to be real. Now you know you got something, because Dr. Susan, I just need to go ahead and let you know, boo. I done been on your page. I just want you to know. I've been all up in your business, girl. Yeah? I've been in your business, dog. Y'all, that DR is for real. I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know. I get up in y'all business. I see what y'all got going on. I just want y'all to know. Sometimes I like some of y'all posts just to let y'all know I done been there. But listen, we have no idea. We have no idea where God is going to place us. I'm telling y'all, we have no idea. You think that you're supposed to be here? You think because you're struggling right now, this is gonna always be your struggle? Y'all, this isn't gonna always be your struggle. This not gonna always be your struggle. And I pray that I'm giving somebody some hope. I pray that somebody is understanding what I'm saying. That light that's inside of you, y'all, can't nobody take that light away from you. If somebody make a decision to walk out of your life, y'all listen to me. If they make a decision to walk out of your life, to stop dealing with you, based on something that someone else has said about you, they did you a favor. They did you a favor. You don't want to be a part of that anyway. It's not going to be healthy. It's not going to be healthy. So you don't go trying to convince yourself. Hold the door and open it up for them. That part right there. You don't want to open it up for them. They're going to be okay. Let them go. You don't go convincing somebody to stay with you. I want y'all to look at this. I want y'all to really look at this, okay? You convincing someone to stay with you and you haven't done anything wrong and they want to go. Why are you trying to keep them there? Why are you trying to convince them to stay? I don't understand that. Y'all think about what I'm saying. It don't make sense. Let them go. They're doing you a favor. They're doing you a favor because, to be honest with you, deep down inside, they want you to stop them. Now, you done made this decision. You made your bed. Now, you going to sleep in this one here without me. Without me. Let them go. For real, y'all, let them walk. Bye. Bye. If they make a decision to leave, let them leave because they're not supposed to be with you anyway. Y'all hear me? I want y'all to understand something. They're not supposed to be with you anyway. That was the setup through God. That was the setup through God. They weren't supposed to be there anyway. They ain't hurting nothing. They ain't hurting you. You gonna be okay. You're welcome, Nikki. You're going to be okay. But y'all listen to me. People will do something. People will say stuff about you because they think they're gonna break you. They think they're gonna hurt you. They're not breaking you. They're not hurting you. God is building you up. God is setting you up. There's some things you're supposed to be doing. There's some places you gotta go. There's some tables you're gonna sit at. There's some doors you're gonna walk through. People can't stop you. I'm telling you. That light that's inside of you, they can't dim it. I don't care how bad they come for you. I don't care. And people will come. When y'all see people just coming, and they just coming, and they just coming, and they just coming, y'all, don't you know you mighty? Don't you know you getting ready to move some stuff, and they just coming? They just keep coming, and you ain't doing nothing, and they coming because they're intimidated by you. They see you. They see you. People don't just come for you just to be coming for you. And not because you done something wrong. It's because they seen your life. And they're intimidated. I'm telling y'all. People, they always got your name in their mouth. They, like y'all ain't got nothing else to talk about. No, they ain't got nothing else to talk about because they don't like your life. They intimidated by that light. That light that you got, they scared of it. Because they already know that you might be here. Y'all, let me tell you something. It's only for a season. It's only for a season. Because people will try to talk crazy to you because they think them talking crazy to you is going to make you stay there. It's going to keep you down. Guess what they don't have? They don't have control of that. You don't have control of that. Y'all remember the other night when I was talking about loud people? Loud people think they're going to be loud and keep you down. Y'all, they don't have control of that. They don't. They don't have, y'all, we don't have control of that. They don't have control of that. So people will literally try to talk crazy to you to honestly think that they're going to keep you down. No, you got the light. You got the light. So no matter what they say, God is always in control. When people ask me stuff like, good morning, but what you think about that? God is in control. Yeah, that's all I can tell them. God is in control. For real, when people ask me stuff, think about what? God is in control. That's it. God is in control. God has the final say so. God has the final say so. Do y'all get that? God has the final say so. Even when people tell you no, God has the final say so. Because people think because they told you no, that it's a no. Says who? If God says yes, then it's a yes. If God says yes, then it's a yes. Y'all know what we do? We give man too much credit. I'm sorry. Y'all, we give man too much credit. Man, people high up think that they gonna block you. Says who? Says who? Y'all, when I went to the breakfast, listen, and I'm gonna have to go. When I went to the breakfast, and the lady told me thank you for showing me me. And I couldn't understand, and then she broke it down, and she told me that I asked her why did she say that, and she was telling me because of something that somebody else had said about me. Now let me tell y'all something. And yeah, I'm going to put them out there this morning. So the person who said this about me was not just a regular old church member, okay? It was the first lady of the church. It was the first lady of the church. She seen my light. Oh, yes, ma'am. She seen my light. And she couldn't understand my light because all she seen was me raising my 6 kids. She seen my light. And she trying to figure out how she able to move like that. How she able to do this. Where did these ideas come from? And so what she tried to do, she tried to block it. Y'all, let me tell y'all again, I don't care who it is. They can't block nothing that God has already put inside of you. They can't take nothing. Hold on. Yep, I always say that. They can't take nothing that God has already given you. They can't take it. They can't. It was the first lady of the church. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. She didn't even tell me that's who it was. The Holy Spirit had already told me. The Holy Spirit had already told me who it was. He already told me who it was. I knew who it was. And I asked her, because I said, listen, I don't want you to tell me who it is, but I'm going to say a name. And that's all I'm just going to say a name. And when I said the name, she looked at me like, because I knew that's who it was. The Holy Spirit had already told me. The Holy Spirit had already told me. And y'all remember when I said, when y'all hear me say stuff like, when a person show you who they are, that's who they are. I still, and that's being, so Andre is 25. So I'm going to say that's been maybe 23 years ago. That's been 23 years ago. And I still feel that same person. When she showed me who she was, that's who she is. When a person show you who they are, that's who they are. But I already knew it was her because she couldn't understand. She couldn't understand how in the world is she allowed to have a light and she's in this position. She's raising all these kids. She's a single mom. How can she have the light? Because God gave me that light. Just like God gave a lot of y'all the light. Listen. Everybody don't have the glow, okay? Everybody don't have the glow. But if you have the glow, then you know what you know. That's it. If you have the glow, then you know what you know. Good morning. You know what you know. I knew it was her. I said, I'm going to say one name. And when I said the name, she looked at me like, Because God, Holy Spirit already told me. When we was getting ready to have the conversation, God had already told me who it was. When she was saying, thank you for showing me you, God had already told me it was her. For real, he had already told me. But what she didn't realize is, no matter what she said, no matter what she done, no matter how she came for me, she couldn't dim my light. She couldn't dim my light. And now she definitely can't say nothing to me. She as a matter of fact, my granddaughter works at Shane's restaurant. And I went in there one night to pick her up. And she said, there go your friend over there. And I looked and I started laughing. I said, you know you're messing, right? She said, go over there and speak. I said, I'm not going over there to speak. For what? She saw me, she threw up her hand, I threw up my hand, and I kept it moving. Because when you show me you, baby, that's it. I told y'all last night, I don't have a gray area. It's either black or it's white. I don't have a gray area because I was raised not to have gray areas. My dad was in the Marines, so therefore I don't have gray areas. When you show me you, then that's it. And I'm for real. You only got one chance with me. I don't do second chances. You know why? Because I don't have to. Good morning. I don't have to. I don't. But y'all, I gotta go. But listen. Again. Can't nobody block your light. Can't nobody dim your light. I don't care what you come up against. I don't care where you're at right now. That light that's in you, people see your light. People see you. People see you. You wonder why people always want to be in your presence? They just always want to be around you because it's something about you. They know that they are with the right person. They know that they are in the right space. They're in the right space. You got a healthy space. And people like being there. People like being in your space. And you trying to figure out why they always want to be around me. Because they see you. I'm telling y'all, you're welcome, boo. You're welcome. So y'all listen, I gotta go. Thank y'all. You know what? I love my morning crew. Y'all come in here and y'all come in here strong. You do. And listen, never ever think that I take it for granted. This morning before I got on here, I prayed before I got on here this morning. And when I prayed, I told God, thank you. I told him, thank you for the audience. I did. I said, God, thank you for the audience. Thank you for always allowing people to show up. Because if y'all ever notice, let me tell y'all when I get on here what I don't do. I never say, good morning, good morning, good morning. I never say, share the live. I never say share the live. I never tell y'all to like. I never tell y'all to send gifts. So I know for a fact that this is all God. The people that are supposed to be here, they're going to show up. Regardless. The people that are supposed to be here, they're going to show up. Always show up. But I told God this morning, thank you. I said, because at one time in my life, I didn't think that this could happen where people would show up. I didn't think that I had it inside of me to speak. Because of life, because of the things that I've dealt with, even though people spoke it in my life, I didn't see it. Good morning. And sometimes you got to see things for yourself. You got to see things for yourself. When people start speaking things in your life, you take that to God. God, is this true? Because right now you might be in a position where you don't see it. You really don't see that you're getting ready to walk into what people say you're getting ready to walk into. You really don't see it. Good morning. You really don't see it. But you take it to God. I would have never believed, and I'm being honest with y'all, even when I go out and speak, even when I go and speak in places, I still can't believe that God, I'm here. All those years that people was telling me that I was going to speak, and I never seen it. I'm here. I'm here. Because they saw me. They saw my light. People will see your light before you see your light. Because of where you're at right now. Because of all the pressure that you're up under. Because of everything that you're dealing with. You think that you're going to break. Baby, you ain't going nowhere. You're not. There's something for you to do. You got the light. You got the light. And you're not going nowhere. And you're going to do great things. You're going to do great things. Never think because you're here that it's not going to be good. Don't never think that because you're dealing with something that it's not going to turn out. Oh, I'm Rick Cheney. Well, I'm glad you're here. Good morning. Good morning. You're welcome. You're welcome. But y'all know what? Listen, I receive everybody thank yous. I do. But y'all know this for a fact. That is not me. I give God all the glory for everything that I say, everything that I do. I give it all to God. I don't take credit for nothing. We're not supposed to take God's credit. We're just supposed to do His will and do His work. And y'all remember that. When God gets you out there doing stuff and people come and tell you great job, etc., etc., you make sure you give God His. If you don't want God to take it from you, you make sure you give God His because it's all God. It don't have nothing to do with you. Me speaking don't have anything to do with me. It really don't. Me encouraging people, y'all, that don't have nothing to do with me. It's all God. And y'all remember that. It's all God. Even though you think you might be out here and you are the bomb.com, it's all God. And we got to give God His because if we don't give God His, He'll take it from us. If we don't acknowledge God and the things that He have us doing, we'll lose it. And I'm telling y'all, don't y'all forget that. Don't you ever get to the place where you think you did this because you didn't do nothing. I want y'all to have a wonderful day. Thank y'all for showing up for me this morning. God bless each and every one of y'all. And happy hump day. Happy Wednesday.